We've all seen the video, silent yet it speaks volumes. It's a stark, unvarnished glimpse into a moment frozen in time, a moment that demands our attention and compels us to confront uncomfortable truths. The grainy black and white only amplifies the rawness, stripping away any pretense and leaving us with the bare bones of what transpired. In that sterile, impersonal hotel hallway, Cassie is desperately trying to escape. Her movements are frantic, fueled by a primal instinct to get away, to find safety. Each step is a testament to her will to break free from whatever unseen force is holding her captive. Diddy chases, his pursuit relentless and aggressive. The space between them shrinks with each stride, the tension building to an unbearable crescendo. It's a chase not just of bodies, but of power, a stark display of dominance. Grabs, the act forceful and without consent. The physical contact is jarring, a violation of personal space and autonomy. It's a moment of raw aggression, a clear assertion of control. Throws and drags her back against her will. The act of dragging is particularly dehumanizing, reducing her to an object to be manipulated and controlled. It's a brutal display of power dynamics, a moment of profound vulnerability. It's violence, plain and public, captured for posterity by the unblinking eye of a security camera. There's no ambiguity, no room for interpretation. It's a stark, undeniable act of aggression played out in a public space, a betrayal of trust and safety. This isn't just a private conflict, it transcends the boundaries of a personal dispute. It's a display of power and control, a calculated act designed to assert dominance and subjugate another human being. It speaks to a deeper pattern of behavior, a dynamic of manipulation and coercion, a violation of her humanity, stripping her of her dignity and agency. It's a profound betrayal of trust, a wound that cuts deep and leaves lasting scars. The footage is now a symbol, a potent reminder of the insidious nature of abuse and the importance of holding perpetrators accountable. For anyone who's felt trapped in a relationship, suffocated by control and manipulation, their spirit slowly eroded. Where safety should exist but terror reigns, where the very foundation of trust is shattered, leaving behind a landscape of fear and uncertainty. For years, we saw only the glamour, the carefully curated image of success and happiness, the dazzling facade that concealed a darker reality. Never the truth behind closed doors, the hidden struggles and silent suffering that often lie beneath the surface of seemingly perfect lives. Public humiliation like this is a cruel form of abuse, a calculated act of degradation designed to inflict maximum pain and control, stripping away dignity and adding layers of trauma, leaving deep psychological wounds that can take years to heal, if ever. For Cassie, just 21, at such a vulnerable stage in her life, this was a profound violation, a shattering of innocence and trust that would forever alter her perception of relationships and the world around her. A wound deeper than any bruise, an invisible scar etched onto her soul, a constant reminder of the power imbalance and the betrayal she endured. That hallway is a metaphor for so many, a symbol of the isolating and often terrifying journey of those trapped in abusive relationships. Always trying to leave, always pulled back into the cycle of abuse, the promise of change always just out of reach. Understanding trauma bonds is the first step, acknowledging the complex psychological mechanisms that keep victims tethered to their abusers, to breaking free and reclaiming yourself, your voice, and your power. It's about finding the strength to walk away and build a life free from fear and control. Trauma bonds are invisible chains, unseen yet incredibly strong. They bind you to someone through a complex interplay of emotions and experiences. These bonds aren't formed overnight. They develop gradually, often without you even realizing their presence. They form through cycles of abuse and brief kindness, a push and pull dynamic that keeps you off balance. The abuse can take many forms, from verbal attacks and emotional manipulation to physical harm. And then, just when you're about to reach your breaking point, there's a moment of kindness, a gesture of affection that confuses you and makes you question everything. It's a cycle of pain, then apology, a roller coaster of emotions that leaves you feeling drained and disoriented. The apology might seem sincere, a promise that things will be different this time. Then hope blossoms, a fragile belief that maybe, just maybe, things can get better. This hope is what keeps you tethered, even when your instincts are screaming at you to leave. Your brain starts craving the good moments, those fleeting instances of connection and affection. These memories become amplified, overshadowing the pain and making it harder to see the relationship for what it truly is. You end up mistaking chaos for love, the constant drama and emotional intensity feeling like passion. The highs and lows become addictive, creating a sense of excitement and dependence. It's not weakness, it's survival. Your brain is simply trying to cope with a dangerous situation, seeking out any source of comfort or stability it can find. The abuser becomes both the pain and the comfort, the source of your deepest wounds, and the only one who seems to know how to soothe them. This creates a powerful and confusing dynamic, making it difficult to separate your feelings of love and fear. You become attached to the person hurting you, a paradoxical bond that defies logic. This attachment is rooted in fear, dependence, and the hope that things will eventually change. You become desperate for the good version to return, clinging to the memory of who they once were or who you believe they could be. You tell yourself that if you just try harder, if you're just more understanding, you can bring that person back. Your self-worth gets tied to their approval, their opinion of you becoming the measure of your value. You start to believe that you need their validation to feel good about yourself. When they show you kindness, it means you're worthy, deserving of love and attention. This reinforces the bond, making you crave their approval even more. But when they're cruel, it means you're not, that you're somehow flawed or undeserving. This constant fluctuation in their treatment keeps you in a state of anxiety and uncertainty. This isn't love. Love is safe and consistent, a foundation of mutual respect, trust, and support. It's not a constant battle for affection or a desperate attempt to avoid pain. Trauma bonds thrive on inconsistency and confusion, creating an environment where you're constantly questioning yourself and your reality. The emotional entanglement is deep, a tangled web of feelings that can be difficult to unravel. This makes it hard to leave, even when you know it's the best thing for you. The fear of the unknown, the guilt, and the lingering hope all contribute to your reluctance. Recognizing this pattern is crucial, the first step towards breaking free from the cycle. It's not love, it's a psychological trap, a carefully constructed system of control that keeps you bound to your abuser. You're not crazy or weak, don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You're human, caught in a cycle, a pattern of behavior that's been reinforced over time. The first step to freedom is naming it, acknowledging the reality of your situation. This is a trauma bond. In that recognition, your power begins to return, the ability to make choices and take control of your own life. You can break the chain, it won't be easy, but it is possible. Hope and fear are the hooks that keep you tethered. Abusive relationships start with love bombing, intense affection, promises, and dreams. You cling to the memory of the good times, hoping they'll return. Fear is the other side. Fear of what happens if you leave, fear of being alone, fear built by isolation. The cycle: abuse, apology, honeymoon phase, then tension and abuse again. Each round strengthens the bond, making chaos feel normal. This isn't accidental, it's deliberate control. The abuser gives just enough hope to keep you, just enough fear to stop you from leaving. You're not foolish, you've been conditioned. Breaking free means seeing the cycle for what it is, a trap, not a journey. You deserve to step off the merry-go-round. Trauma bonds often follow the narcissist's playbook. Narcissists mask insecurity with superiority, using others for their own needs. Love bombing isn't real love. It's manipulation to hook you. Gaslighting follows, denying your reality, making you doubt your sanity. After the hotel incident, Diddy's denial and self-centered apology were classic gaslighting. The goal: erode your confidence, make you easier to control. Then comes the trauma loop. Idealize, devalue, discard, over and over. You chase the initial love, desperate to get it back. They isolate you, create chaos, and always play the victim. Recognizing these tactics isn't about diagnosis. It's about protecting yourself. See the playbook, refuse to play the game. That's how you reclaim your spirit. Wealth and fame don't protect against trauma bonds. The glitz is a gilded cage. Luxury can make escape even harder. Power imbalances, especially financial, give abusers control over every aspect of life. Leaving means risking not just love, but your entire world. Fame adds pressure to keep up appearances, making the shame and isolation worse. Abusers in the spotlight are masters of image control, backed by teams protecting their reputation. A beautiful home can be a lonely prison. Pain feels the same no matter the setting. We must stop equating glamour with happiness. Trauma doesn't discriminate. The gilded cage is the most insidious trap, isolating victims in silence. Look beyond the surface. See the truth. If this resonates, it's time to look inward. Are you always walking on eggshells, afraid of your partner's reaction? That's a red flag. Do arguments feel unwinnable with blame always on you? Another red flag. Have you become isolated from friends and family? Isolation is a control tactic. Does your world feel smaller, your spirit dimmer? That's not love. Listen to your body. Anxiety, dread, exhaustion are signals. Don't ignore these signs. They're your intuition guiding you to safety. Acknowledging red flags is loyalty to yourself. Recognizing a trauma bond is the first crucial step towards reclaiming your life. It's like waking up from a long dream, a confusing haze where manipulation and affection were intertwined. This realization can be painful, bringing clarity to the distorted reality you've been living in. It's the moment you acknowledge that the connection, though intense, is built on unhealthy foundations. Now, how do you leave? This is the question that echoes in your mind, a daunting challenge that seems almost impossible. The thought of leaving can trigger fear, uncertainty, and a deep sense of loss. Don't think about a giant leap. The idea of completely severing ties can be overwhelming, paralyzing you with fear. Instead of focusing on the enormity of the task, break it down into manageable steps. Take one small, brave step. Focus on the immediate action you can take, no matter how insignificant it may seem. Each small step builds momentum and strengthens your resolve. It could be as simple as researching resources, setting a boundary, or confiding in a trusted friend. Reach out to someone you trust. Isolation is a common tactic used by abusers to maintain control. Breaking free from this isolation is crucial. A friend, someone who can offer a listening ear, validation, and unwavering support. Family. If you have family members who are supportive and understanding, lean on them for strength and guidance. Or professional. A therapist or counselor specializing in trauma and abuse can provide invaluable tools and strategies for healing and recovery. Just say, "I need to talk." Those simple words can be the key to unlocking a world of support and understanding. Quietly gather resources. Start preparing for your departure in a discreet and strategic manner. Save money. Financial independence is crucial for establishing a new life free from abuse. Copy documents. Make copies of important identification, financial records, and legal documents. Know the hotline number. Keep the number of a domestic violence hotline or crisis center readily available. This isn't paranoia, it's preparation. Creating a safety plan and gathering essential resources is a proactive step towards protecting yourself. Start detaching emotionally. Begin to create emotional distance between yourself and the abuser. This involves recognizing and challenging the manipulative tactics they use to control you. Challenge the abuser's narrative. Hold on to your reality. Remember who you are, what you believe, and what you deserve. Keep a private journal if safe. It helps you see patterns and validate your experience. Writing down your thoughts and feelings can provide clarity and help you recognize the cycle of abuse. Imagine a future without them. Let yourself dream. Allow yourself to envision a life free from fear, control, and manipulation. You don't have to do this alone. There are people who care about you and want to help you break free. Support from therapists and advocates is vital. They can provide guidance, resources, and a safe space to process your experiences. Remember Cassie in the hallway, her spirit fighting to leave. Channel that same determination and inner strength. Every small step honors that fight. Each act of self-care, each boundary you set, each resource you gather is a testament to your courage and resilience. Step by step, you move toward your own light. With each action you take, you move closer to a future filled with hope, healing, and freedom. Freedom is possible. It's within your reach. Believe in yourself, trust your instincts, and never give up on your right to a safe and fulfilling life. Breaking free is just the beginning. Healing comes next. Give yourself permission to grieve not just the relationship, but the future you imagined and the self you lost. Let the feelings flow. They're part of healing. Rebuild your sense of self. Rediscover what brings you joy. Music, hobbies, nature. Each act of self-care reclaims a piece of your spirit. Set strong boundaries. Say no to what drains you, yes to what heals you. It's hard at first, but every boundary teaches you and others that you're worthy of respect. Embrace post-traumatic growth. Your scars can become your strength. Like kintsugi, your brokenness can be transformed into beauty. You survived what was meant to break you. Now, your story is one of thriving. The goal isn't just survival, it's to thrive. As you heal, the world brightens. Fear fades, peace returns. You attract healthier relationships, your boundaries protect you. Love becomes steady, not chaotic, a gentle current, not a storm. You become the author of your own story, defining your worth. This is true freedom, safety, choice, and authenticity. Cassie's courage lit the way for others. Her new dawn can be yours too. The path is long, but every step toward your truth is progress. You are worthy of love, peace, and joy. The sun will rise again, and it will be beautiful.